Hello and welcome. My name is TyrionLanstr. Alright folks, today I want to take a look at the new rebel groups that we've just recently gotten into the game. This was a big update that was overhauled a little while ago. I said I was going to talk about it and I want to do it now. So when you go to your search function, as people know, you have the resource plots, you have the world map, and then you have rebel leaders. Today we're going to focus in on the world map and specifically these three new types of rebel groups. So similarly to the old version, if you want to search them, they'll just come up and you can find one. Basically, the way it works is there is an infantry-based one, a cavalry-based one, and a spears-based. I gotta say, I don't know that there is a huge difference between each of them aside from the actual troop type. I think that it's just, they have different names, but it's just there to signify the different troop types. So if I went to cavalry, I'd find one that is cavalry based. If I did the spears, I'll find one that is spear based, and that's just kind of how it works. As you can see, they kind of appear for you when you search for them. They always want them to be accessible and nearby. The point isn't to kind of go and find them, it's just that they will be there once you search for them. So you'll also notice that there's a slider of how strong you want to face them. This is based on your castle level. When you first search for it the very first time, it'll kind of pass a bunch of them for you and you'll get up to a certain threshold. And then you'll be able to fight those from here on out. As you can see with mine, my infantry is 273, my cavalry is 242, and my spears are 239. This has to do with the fact that I've been focusing on the infantry one a lot more because my main troop type is cavalry, so I'm able to fight and beat much stronger infantry camps than I can beat on cavalry or spears. The 273, I'm not sure that I can beat it anymore. It's gotten to a point where it's pretty difficult to beat, so even if I have a full setup and I'll switch my castle over, I don't know that I'm going to be able to beat it though. It's just, they've gotten pretty tough. I could throw on different buffs and stuff. I'm not going to break my bubble for it, but just for kicks, I'll go ahead and attack. As we can see, it costs a full 500 endurance, which is a new thing. It used to be 200, now it's 500. As you can see, they recommend they have 1,000,000 infantry. They're recommending that I have tier 5 troops, which I, of course, don't have. But you can see the formation that they're going to be running. It's going to be a weakness setup. They've got Layla, Salma, Marjorie, Cersei, and Daenerys, so very intimidated by that, to be honest. They're all 4-star. We'll see how we do. So I'm going to go with my weakness setup, my weakness cab setup, sorry, and we can just go ahead and do full tier 4s. There's no need to provide any meat shield. You won't lose troops from doing this, so we'll go ahead and attack. Like I said, I'm not expecting this to go well. I just don't have enough of my buffs on. If I had Fervor and like Hoff going, I might be able to win, but as you can see, I lost. Not surprised. Even though it's cavalry against infantry, not enough. So let's go ahead and just breaking down why we attack them at all. Basically, just like the old rebel camps, you get some rewards for them, and I'll go ahead and do a weaker one that I can actually beat, so that I can show you guys. So I'll get it back up to 500. Let's go ahead and just do a cavalry one. I think I should be able to beat that a little more easily. Go ahead and attack this, and we need to get some spears, so let's swap some of these guys out. Put my spear commanders in. Alrighty, let's go ahead and do it, and I'll go full spears. I know I have Enzo in, sorry, I know I shouldn't, but it's that way I can actually get my weaknesses going, and also I unfortunately need him in because he's my lord, and I'm just being lazy right now, so I'll actually make it Spear Cav, perfect. Okay, go ahead and attack. I shouldn't have a problem beating this. I feel pretty confident that we will beat it, and then you'll be able to see the rewards that we get from it. Okay, so we beat it, and as you can see, I got some gold, I got a cavalry badge, and I got some of the red copper. So basically, red copper has replaced the other types of rebel gear, and I'll show that what I mean in a second. But let's just go ahead and look at this report. So as you can see, I was able to beat it, and it gave me 500,000 gold dragons, one of the gray gold badges, one of the gray cav attack badges, and then the 3 red copper. I got the bonus one because I have my honor badge. So basically, now that I've beaten a level 242, I can now actually face a stronger one. Now I can face 243. That's how you go up and improve what the highest level is that you can face. So I could now be fighting stronger cavalry-based Ironborn rebel groups. You can also look at the rankings here. They actually will tell you the rankings that everyone has at the Ironborn, the Stormcrows, or the Free Folk level. As you can see, I'm doing pretty well in the Free Folk one. I'm third, whereas I'm much lower in the other two. That's just kind of the way it goes. I'm not surprised by that. Like I said, I'm a much stronger cavalry castle, and I'm weaker on the other two. It also gives you an overall rank of just what is the combined of all three of them, and I think this is just a way to kind of add competition. People can see what they get. But the biggest thing from this, I think, is the addition of giving out the badges when you attack them. So again, now you're able to get cavalry attack badges, spearmen attack badges, infantry attack badges, also the defense versions, and that's huge. I mean, that's a big benefit to people that are trying to get gold badges and all of these. It's making it much easier to get them, making them far less rare, and it's trading them out for all the other junk, like other rebel equipment that you'd have. As you can see, I have over 3,000 of the red copper because recently we were able to trade in all of our other material for the red copper. I, of course, already have all my rebel group gear to gold, so there's nothing else to do with it. I'll just trade it in at some point for the the whole you can get your gear dismantled and replaced. I think that's what the shop is called. Yeah, the replacement shop. I can basically get rid of all of the copper that I have. So this is the shop I was talking to you about, where you can trade in your old iron buckles, your old iron ingots, and your thin ropes, and turn it into the red copper. It looks like I somehow have an extra iron ingot. I'll go ahead and recycle that now. I got an extra green red copper now instead. I can then use those to actually recycle them into the recycled material, and I could get one of these, or I could get, I think that there are these other materials that you could also trade them in for. So it's nothing too crazy, just ways for you to get the recycled materials. If I go all the way down, I think here's the red copper that I could also trade it in for. It looks like I could trade in about 3,000 of it if I wanted to, and then I could actually trade it into the shop here. So, again, I'm a fan of this change. I think it's more interesting than the old rebel groups. You still, of course, can always just go to the City of Airs and just, blitz it, basically. But I think it's a fun little added competition for people to have with each other to see how high up they can get. I don't believe that the rewards get so much better. I think that there are some slight differences. I think you get a little bit more gold as you get higher and higher, but I think that you're always able to get the badges and you're always able to get the red copper, so I don't believe it's a huge change in terms of that. But here, I'll go ahead and I'll spam a few on the blitz, and we can see if I got something different. Did I not do enough? Sorry about that. We'll do one more. Okay. This is the level 272, so it's a little bit higher. And as you can see, I just got gold dragons. I got a little bit more. I got 557. I think that was compared to this one, which was just 511. So again, you're getting more gold, but that time I didn't get any badges. So it's kind of a trade-off. Again, I think that it's kind of not supposed to be about getting better rewards and more about just how high can you get. So if that's interesting to people, then great. If not, no worries. Just blitz it, and you'll continue to get rewards, and probably a little bit better rewards than you used to. Anyway, I hope this was helpful in learning about the new rebel groups. I'm definitely a huge fan of them. I think it's improved on an old mechanic that no one was using and no one was doing anything with. So I hope you guys enjoy it too. But until next time, my name is TyrionLanstr, and I'll see you then.